Prime here, back with another custom review, and today we're looking at the Transformers Generations Flaming Rodimus. So here he is in his car mode. We'll look at him. Let's take a quick look at the paints. First off, I did use some TS79 semi-gloss clear. We're going to go over it in every video. It's going to always be someone's first. If it is your first, hi, welcome. TS31 bright orange. We'll focus just a wee bit. Thank you. TS39 mica red. It'll focus. Thank you. Some X8 lemon yellow that is insanely out of focus. Come on. There we go. Some X7 red. And finally, X6 orange. So here he is in his car mode, and as we all know, this mold finally got its pink repaints that was talked about years ago. I still remember seeing the post where one of the designers was just like, yeah, I wanted to do it pink, but I was kind of new and didn't have that pool. Kind of same thing with I think Kingdom Galvatron. And then, you know, we got the Galvatron in the nice blue, and we finally have the Hot Rod in the pink. Unfortunately, one of those is a Target exclusive when I think those really should have been swapped. But we press on. But here he is in his vehicle mode. And this is meant to be kind of like, this is a fun custom. I didn't take it too seriously. I mean, I took it like relatively seriously, but not like trying to get things exact. It's meant to be sort of just a fun time with flame details. So pretty much what I had done is I spray painted a lot of the surfaces, a mix of that mica red and the bright orange. Like, this is more so just the straight up red, and it fades into like a bit more of the orange here. And then I did some dry brushing on it with the yellow, red, and orange, and I painted stuff like this yellow. These little bits yellow, and a bit more. We'll see later on. But I think it worked out quite nicely. Even had some, even for funsies, I put some lost light symbols on there. Ooh. But I think this turned out quite nice, especially this section here, where it's the yellow and then just kind of goes through. And I know what you're thinking. The spoiler looks very out of place with all this, considering there's a whole flame thing going on and the spoiler has nothing. Well, that's because you gotta take this piece in here and bring it in, and it slides over this, and then ba-bam. Now the spoiler's on fire. The look is complete. You need this kit if this custom's gonna make any sense. I thought about painting the spoiler for just like if the parts aren't on there, but I decided, I'll do it. I'll leave it as be. I'm gonna have the parts with this. It's fine. And this completes the look. This is a kit you can get off of eBay, which just gives them some flame pieces. We'll see more of them in robot mode. This side has the breakage issue, so it doesn't do it. My Shatter Glass one's worse. It's both sides. I've been trying my best to keep the 86, the new pink 86 one I have, like, together. Very careful with this area for the third round. I wish that Toy Deco one happened, because if the Toy Deco one happened, it would be red, and it would have been so much easier to do this custom, but that is besides the point. But yeah, like up here, I tried to do this, like, completely orange, and I had a little bit of dry brushing orange, and the dry brushed orange fades into yellow, then the yellow goes into this red, and then it all just comes up here. It's nice. I do still hate how you can just see his head there. He's just, hello, hi, how you doing? I don't know if he's supposed to like turn his head around or something. I'm just not doing it. I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much just it for the car mode. So we can go ahead and get him into his robots mode. And here in robot mode, he definitely looks on fire. Let's go ahead and do a little up down, or I guess down up. So we have the legs here that I did very similar. I sprayed with some mica red, then I did some orange here towards the bottom. It would be great if the camera would focus and show off any of what I'm saying. Thank you. The feet are very orange sprayed, and then I did some dry brushing with the yellow and orange to kind of add to the effect. And I put little bits of yellow. I want to put little bits of yellow in here because I feel like that would make more sense as like the fire is in him. No, just a fun little thing. And in spraying these, this ended up getting sprayed orange too. So, I mean, kind of nice, I guess. You can see. Even his knees are on fire, or at least the fronts of his knees. The back are very yellow. Up here at the waist, I did a little bit of dry. If I remember right, I didn't spray paint any of this. I just kind of did a lot of dry brushing. Kind of worked out. The arms here are nice because I wanted this to be like the red and it goes down. And then right here, about here at the forearm is where like it would start to go to the orange. Then the hands themselves are even painted. Going on here to the chest, we have some yellow lights and mostly orange here as it fades up to more of the red as we get to the top. Little yellow lights here. And then the head where I did absolutely nothing. Which is because we have some fun little things to bring in as soon as I raise the camera just a little bit, because there's no point in showing the legs when they didn't do anything for the legs. We can bring back in this spoiler piece. You gotta line it up like perfectly. Come on. Come on now. There we go. Bring in the spoiler piece for that. Then we have this piece here, which I do want to mention when I did this, I unscrewed that, but I couldn't get the screw back in, so it can just like it locks in decently with the tabs. Like it won't just come out when you're transforming. I pulled it out once or twice. But anyway, you take this, and it has these little things here that you just kind of go over with. Close it back, which the logo should shine through. On mine originally, it did not shine through, and I don't know if the design of this got messed up, or if whoever made it, their logo was messed up, or maybe mine was messed up. I don't know. Someone messed up somewhere. Then you give him this little flaming crown, and now the look is complete. He is on fire. I kind of wish there was something for the hands, you know, but we can deal. We can live. Let's get him into a fun pose here. But yeah, this one, very, very simple custom. Or I say simple, like it's one I didn't care too much to like get everything nice and neat. Like my main goal was kind of the flow of the paint and the flame. And I wanted to try to portray that the best I could. Like if something isn't exact, like if you look more closely at the lights I painted, they are definitely not perfect, especially since it's hand painted yellow, but I still think for what I did, it looks very lovely. But yeah, this was sort of inspired by like the Blockies Defender, I think it's the special armor type for the Rodimus, which I really, really want, but when I got mine, I pulled this one. So I don't have the thing to compare it to today. I have you, which I still like you. I like Rodimus a lot, alright? So I mean, like I'm happy I got this. Which actually I had done it twice. I pulled like the special Galvatron and I pulled the special Rodimus, so like I'm at least sort of thankful that they match, because that was an issue I had with my Optimus and Megatron for the longest time until I had gotten a regular Optimus, and because I pulled the special Optimus, but I had the regular Megatron, so that bugged me until I eventually bought a different Optimus and Megatron. So now I just have two sets of them where they both match, and it makes me happy. But now when I get the wave with Primal and Beast Wars Megatron, one of them isn't gonna match, and I'm gonna go through this whole thing all over again. So but yeah, custom. Anyway, that is pretty much all I have to say. So please be sure to check out my channel for more video and custom reviews, and please don't forget to subscribe. You can also come check out my Facebook and Twitter pages, links in the description below. And this is the 14th Prime, signing out.